You are listening to 600 Second Saga. Today's feature is Make Arnos Great Again by Eddie D. Moore. Marty rolled over and cracked open his right eye. His cell phone was vibrating on the nightstand, and the display read DSN Goldstone 1:22 a.m. He tapped the speaker icon, and his pillow muffled his voice as he spoke. Yeah, what is it? Whoever was on the other end hesitated a moment before replying. I need to speak to Administrator Brown, please? I am Marty Brown. What is it? This is Charles from the Goldstone Radio Telescope. I know where you're calling from, Charles. What do you want? Oh, sorry to call so late, but we've lost contact with Voyager 1. Marty sighed. I was appointed by the president for this position last week, Charles, but I'm not a complete idiot. We're expected to keep communicating with Voyager 1 until 2025. This better not be some kind of initiation for the new guy, or... He yawned. My predecessor warned me about that. What, is it raining? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. We have a clear sky and I've triple-checked all the processors. We should be receiving data. Voyager simply went silent. Process the data you have and then call me if you find something earth-shattering. Otherwise, I'll be there at 10 a.m. Marty didn't wait for the reply. He tapped the end call button and buried his face in his pillow. Marty growled when he heard the familiar rumble on the nightstand. It felt as though he had just closed his eyes. But the display on the phone read DSN Goldstone, 4:48 a.m. He tapped the speaker icon again. Are you looking for a career change, Charles? If you are, there are easier ways for both of us. Sorry, sir. Charles spoke with excitement. We've processed the last few minutes of Voyager 1's data and... Well, you're not going to believe this. It's almost 5 a.m. You better convince me. I just sent you an email with what we've discovered. Marty swiped his phone and selected the email icon. His mouth fell open as he read and looked over the data. I'll be there in an hour. I've got to find my pants and call the president. Don't tell anyone else about this. He hung up the phone and burst into motion. Marty was growing frustrated as he stepped into the Goldstone DSN communications room, and his voice rose as he talked on the phone. Yes, I know it's 3 a.m. in Honolulu, and I'm aware that the president is on vacation. He stopped, closed his eyes, and took a calming breath. Just have him check his email as soon as he gets up. After that, he'll want to call me. He hit the end call icon and looked around the room until he spotted the man he suspected to be Charles. Charles stood as Marty approached and extended his hand. It's good to meet you, Mr. Brown. Call me Marty. He shook Charles's hand vigorously. Have you confirmed that these results weren't some kind of malfunction? There was no malfunction. In fact, we are looking at Voyager 2's data right now, and we're seeing the same increase in plasma. Someone cursed at a nearby computer station. Voyager 2 just went silent. Marty's mouth fell open. What the hell is going on here? Charles ran to look over the man's shoulder. You sure there's nothing blocking the signal? John shook his head. I'll keep looking, but look at those plasma readings. Voyager 2 is gone. As Charles approached the workstation, confusion filled John's voice. Wait, I'm getting a signal now? But it's too strong to be Voyager. He typed a few commands into his terminal, and when he saw the results, his eyes widened in amazement. This signal is very close. Charles took a close look at the data scrolling on the screen. That looks like a video communication link. Move! Charles took John's seat, opened windows, and typed commands into the terminal at a frantic pace. A moment later, a window opened and a man with light orange skin appeared on the screen. His clothes were metallic green and several strange insignias lined his shoulders. Charles spoke slowly. "Hello, who are you?" The man nodded once. "My name is unimportant. As you have surely deduced by now, 2 of your spacecraft have been destroyed. I've been sent with a message for your people." A smaller window displayed the video that was being transmitted back, and Marty knelt down to be seen. "I am the administrator for this project. What is your message?" "In the past, we welcomed other races to join our federation. However, with each new addition, there came clashes of culture, new prejudices, civil instabilities, and economic hardships. We will not repeat those mistakes again. Your system has been surrounded by a defensive system we call the Wall. For your own safety, you are encouraged to stay in your own system." Marty's eyebrows drew closer together. "You say encouraged as if we have an option." The alien representative's lips turned up slightly. "Of course, there are legal paths for your people to enter the Federation. We would never want to completely shut a people out. We just have to be careful about who we allow to join, for everyone's protection." Marty let out a relieved breath. "Good. We'd like to be your friends." The representative glanced to the side and nodded. "Your people will be given the opportunity to join within a galactic week." Marty smiled. "We appreciate that and look forward to—" Charles whispered into Marty's ear. He said in surprise, 4.5 million years? The alien representative shrugged. "Well, we need time to make the Arnos Federation great again." The screen went black as the transmission ended, leaving them staring at the screen silently. Marty slipped his vibrating phone from his pocket and read the display. The President, 6:46 a.m. This was Make Arnos Great Again by Eddie D. Moore. Eddie D. Moore travels extensively for work, and he spends much of that time listening to audiobooks. The rest of the time is spent dreaming of stories to write, and he spends the weekends writing them. His stories have been published by Jouth Webzine, The Flash Fiction Press, Everyday Fiction, Theme of Absence, Flash Fiction Magazine, and Adventure Worlds. Find more on his blog, eddiedmoore.wordpress.com. Check our show notes for links. Music is provided by Mads. Learn more about 600 Second Saga, our authors, how to submit your flash fiction, and how to support the podcast in the show notes. This has been Mariah Evix and 600 Second Saga.